of Grantville. The mayor had a previous work engagement, could not be here. We have Council Member Ruby Hines with us, Council Member King, Council Member Willie Key, and Council Member Leonard Gomez. So we've got 4/5, and we wish we had the 5th, but we welcome you to Grantville. Before we start out, be nice if we knew who everybody was, again, to be honest with you, and I apologize, I didn't wear my name tag. But we have a lot of city workers here. We have the city clerk, we have our code enforcement officer, city clerk Lynn Basham, our director of public works Ron Owens, and he has his crew Darren, Boots, and Alex. Our code enforcement officer Matt Murray's with us. We have the ladies from the senior center, Joanne, who's our site director, Beth Brown, who continues to feed me well, cooking those meals, and Jesse Bellum, who delivers Meals on Wheels. Up there we have James Powell and Matt Shelton and Jill Pickford from Public Works, and our Public Works and Utilities Coordinator, Joan Henry. We have our Municipal Court Clerk, Diane, with us, and we have our administrative assistant with the police department, Jenny Pryor. So, I think we got a couple of police officers coming here, but they're stragglers, so we'll get to them later. Daryl, would you be kind enough to introduce your folks?
Absolutely.
Oh, I missed two. We have Greg Wright and Amanda Fields from the Coweta County Development Authority. So we're happy you all came, and I'll let it, and we have Daryl Smith from the Municipal Gas Authority.
Hey, Daryl. Hey, I didn't know you were here.
We snuck him in.
Good.
He's told to take copious notes and report on Electric Cities of Georgia what they are doing that the Municipal Gas Authority should or shouldn't be doing.
Thank you, Council, for all your staff. Thank y'all for taking the time and going through all this trouble to come down. That really means a lot to us. Our objective basically is to take all the folks that are here that are in Atlanta, the Department of Economic Development, Department of Community Affairs, Electric Cities of Georgia, MEAG Power, get them into the communities. You are their product. Basically, they are the sales force for Georgia, either from the sales side at GMA, also, I hope I didn't miss anybody, but also the Department of Community Affairs that are helping communities with grants and many programs that DCA has, basically to get them into your community, get them into all of our communities around the state, because you're the product. If they can understand, not just know where the product is, but know what the leadership is in each community. And when we bring these deals, and we're working a lot of deals, then we want Grantville top of mind. And basically, that's what we're trying to do. So that if they see a product that matches up with what they've got, then we're hoping it's an opportunity that it may be able to show. Right quick, if you guys could maybe just raise your hand and tell who you are and who you are with, because that may help the folks in Grantville know who's on the bus. So, Michelle?
I'm Michelle Holbrook with Electric Cities.
Good afternoon, y'all. I'm John Van Brum with DCA.
Nikki Yu with the Georgia Department of Economic Development.
Bill Graves, Electric Cities of Georgia.
Ashley Barnum with the Georgia Department of Economic Development and proud resident of Coweta County. I'm Maggie Layton with the Georgia Department of Economic Development, Region 4 Project Manager, and so I'm in Coweta County with Greg and Amanda every month.
And I'm David Gunnigan, Department of Economic Development. I'm a statewide project manager.
I'm Cara Blanco with the Georgia Department of Community Affairs. I'm Sunny Anderson with the Georgia Department of Economic Development, statewide project manager.
I'm Brian Smith with the Municipal Gas Authority of Georgia.
I'm Laura Pemberton with the Georgia Department of Economic Development.
Monica Cook with Electric Cities of Georgia.
Holly Bissett with MEAG Power.
Martha Petty with Georgia Department of Economic Development.
Joseph Hahnemann with the Georgia Department of Economic Development.
William Atkinson. I'm with the state as well.
Hank Evans, also with the state. Randall Toussaint, also with the state.
Grant Haley,
Charlotte Davis, Georgia Municipal Association.
Nick O'Shea.
Well, again, thank you for coming. And I think when you get to know Grantville, you will find out that we are a city of no's. We have no crime. We are one of the top 10 in the metro area for fewest crimes. You will find that we have no traffic. You didn't have a traffic jam getting here, and we don't have traffic. But you know you came off I-85 and you're right here in Grantville. So although we don't have traffic, you can get anywhere from Grantville. All you have to do is hop on I-85. You want to go to Columbus, LaGrange, West Point, the airport, or what we have for me to Atlanta. It's easy from Grantville. You'll see that we had no property tax increase in 2017, which means a lot because you know we have a stable, fiscal, responsible leadership team with the mayor and council members. We have no noise. It's not like being in an urban city. We're running a generator and you don't hear it. So we have what you would call the perfect community. It's quiet country living in 12 varied subdivisions. They're all by themselves, but yet they meet in Grantville. And finally, I know this is going to be hard for you, some of you single folks to take, but we don't have any fast life in Grantville. We have a laid-back, low-cost, affordable community with a family-friendly atmosphere. So when you get to know Grantville and look at all the no's, you will know this is the right place for your commercial, industrial, and facility prospects. Not only do we have a location, which you see right here, right by I-85, but we have a labor force. We have over 100,000 people within 35 miles of Grantville who have a high school degree or better. 100,000 people. So we have an adequate workforce along with 3 universities and 2 technical colleges within 30 miles to quick start, get your industry or get your whatever prospect ready to go. And finally, well not finally, but as I've talked about location and labor, it's leadership. And we have a mayor and city council that get together, do what needs to get done smartly without a bunch of chaos, and that is a recipe for success along with our land, which Brennan Jones, our city engineer, will talk about. We probably have the most cost-effective land prices in the metro Atlanta area. What does that mean? You all know better than I do. Lower initial investment for anybody to come to Grantville. That's why when you know Grantville and you know the no's, you know why you're going to recommend Grantville. And besides, where else can you get New Orleans style snow cones when you get off a hot bus? Grantville. Life is good in Grantville. Even better, life is grand in Grantville. Thanks again for coming. I'll turn it over to Brennan Jones, our city engineer. And, by the way, when we're done, you have another snow cone.
I really think you meant to say snow cone. Right? Anyway, what I want to say about Grantville is we have 5 project areas today that we want to talk about. 2 of these sites, the larger 2, have gone through a DRI process, and that's been approved. That's some years ago. So they're ready in terms of zoning for development. The 2 project sites that have gone through DRI are the Grove Park Industrial property, which is actually catty corner up here, and then the Grantville Industrial property, which is at the far end of town, off of Mini School Road. Each of these sites are adjacent to rail and potentially have rail access. That would have to be worked out with the rail. In addition to those 2 sites, this first of all, the Grove Park site is about 200 acres in size. The Grantville Industrial site is about 500 plus acres in size. In addition, we want to talk about a potential commercial development site, essentially across the road here, about 30 acres in size. And then property actually adjacent to us and further back here is zoned industrial off of Highway 29. And finally, there is a medical office building property that's vacant now that is also part of this marketing that we want to talk about. Well, first of all, let me tell you about Grantville utilities. Grantville city government has 4 utilities. They have water, sewer, gas, and electric. And their electric service area is essentially 85 from Interstate 85 to the western boundary of Grantville, but they can compete on any large electrical need in the area. Their natural gas system extends throughout the entire surface area of Grantville and actually beyond that. They have more than adequate capacity for any large-scale development in the natural gas system. The natural gas take point where they're coming off the Transcode pipeline is up off the Mini School Road down here. It has a large transmission pipeline and can be sized to suit any need. The water system, they're a wholesale purchase water system from Coweta County, and they resell to customers. They have adequate capacity for the existing customer base and certainly have additional capacity as needed to serve any industrial activity. The electric system has been recently upgraded, like within the last 5 years. They went through a major upgrade on their electric system, so it is current and ready for expansion as needed. In the brochure that we were given is basically a carbon copy of this, but in that it has some demographic information, has information about the water system, the sewer system. The sanitary sewer system has about 130,000 gallons of available capacity as it sits there today. If there's a large wastewater need associated with the development, we can build the sewer. So it just depends on what you need and how fast you need it. I really think that's all I wanted to say. I'm open to any questions you have about the city's utilities or properties. Yes, sir.
Just a quick question: if you could maybe enlighten me how the southernmost property is kind of looks like it's spilling over the county line?
It goes across county line into Meriwether County. Yep.
Who owns the property?
The property is controlled by Barron.
Frank Barron and his brother Chip.
Okay.
DRI has been completed. A lot of work has been done on that property. A lot of work. Corps of Engineers.
Yeah, they got a wetland permit, as a matter of fact, based on a preliminary design, which the preliminary design done for the industrial DRI involves some large industrial warehouses with rail access.
Do you know what the largest contiguous piece is out there?
200 acres.
200. That's the biggest single piece you can carve out.
Well, this is 500 acres. I don't know specifically. I mean,
yeah, but depending on how the wetlands run and everything.
Well, the wetlands are in Meriwether County, and they have a conservation easement on that. But the property that really is the main is 200 acres in Coweta County.
Yeah, I actually have a preliminary site layout that was done a few years ago. I'd be happy to share that with you.
Yeah, we have all that information. We'd be glad to share all that with us.
Yeah, yes, it was engineered all the way to the point of, you know, they were looking at building sites, preliminary grading. The engineering firm that worked on that was Everly and Associates. Y'all familiar with them in Atlanta? So they got it pretty far along, and then it just died.
Yeah. What's nice about that is utilities can be furnished to capacity, whatever they need, electric, gas. In fact, our gas takeoff point's right about there. We got water, we got sewer. We'd have to go across the road with sewer. And I mean, find us a prospect, we'll work it, brother. I mean, we are not in the business of saying no. When you think of no's, think of Grantville, but not in the economic development sense. In that respect, think of yes. And it's spelled Y-E-S. You all, excellent service.
So you have another no. It's no no's in economic development.
There you go. Apparently you've dealt with us before. We've been worldwide.
Any other questions about utilities or road access, anything like that? I will mention that both sites, both large industrial sites will involve a rail crossing to get through.
Again, that can be engineered. No problem.
Yeah, well, the rail crossing's there. It's just you have to get across it. Anything else? Where do y'all want to build? What types of projects are y'all seeing right now? What's the biggest types of projects? Is it e-commerce or what are you seeing? Nobody?
I've seen quite a few food processing projects actually. It seems to be on our international investment team, so I can't speak for domestic projects.
So food processing like poultry, slaughterhouse?
Stuff like pet food and snacks, and I guess more high value added, higher profit margins.
Yeah. Okay.
Rice family.
Yeah.
We're seeing a lot of distribution centers.
Yeah.
And sometimes we bring folks.
So on the 85 corridor, are you seeing quite a bit of development in this area between Columbus and Atlanta?
I think you're going to. I personally have had more up northeast. It really just depends on whether the shipping is.
Yeah.
So each company is different. If they say we want to be halfway between Birmingham and Atlanta,
You know where you got to be, right? Sure.
Grantville. There wasn't anything out in your mind, was there? But you think of above Atlanta, look what the I-85 bridge burning did. I mean, it shut the dadgum place. Here, you have the easy access to the southern part of Atlanta. I could go anywhere in Atlanta with that bridge out.
well, you buy land up there for 140,000 acres.
Rather inexpensive when you think you could come to Grantville and get 3 times that much for less.
Yeah, I'm involved in several e-commerce type large industrial warehouse projects. 75 corridor, 85 north, and then one near Fairburn, which is really down this way. So I see the pressure coming this way for that type of business.
Some folks want to be near CSA.
And in fact, if you wait a little, I've got them on schedule.
Yeah, so you're talking about near the intermodal. That's what you're talking about, near the intermodal?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Right. Okay, good. Most y'all involved in the big industrial projects, or what are you
All of
involved
us.
in?
So our team, me and Laura and Randall, were on the corporate solutions and life sciences team. So we would work more on data centers, call centers, headquarters, that type of thing.
Gotcha.
So
Where are you seeing that development happen?
typically around Atlanta,
closer in into redoing some of those buildings.
Yeah, although I think some of the later projects have started branching out some.
I've seen a lot of data centers recently pop up around the state, looking more in the metro area and the outer line metro, and then a lot of call centers statewide as well, but always looking for existing space.
Any other big projects for Grantville which I want to talk about? What do y'all see as far as the properties that we have available? What type of projects is well suited? They got the food manufacturing, maybe one, certainly industrial warehousing. Any other types of projects that would fit here?
Yeah, on the 85 south side, if you were looking to locate, especially I think German auto suppliers, just as an example, because you've got BMW on one side and Daimler on the other.
You got Kia right over here, about 20 miles away.
Some of the Germans don't want to hear.
We have a commercial building right up here. If you went up another mile, the Grantville Piedmont Medical Clinic. It's been sitting there a while, frankly. When they closed the clinic, it would be a perfect place for a warehouse, a call center, because it's already built. And get the right deal, the city would buy it and lease it back to the person who came in there, which would help, again, the upfront cost. Now, I don't have approval from that, from the mayor and city council, and I can see already that it would be a fight, but it would work. We can work. We can. We have the we can do attitude. Remember, your attitude controls your altitude. And in Grantville, we can do it.
So granted, all these properties, all privately owned, so any control, any options on any of these properties by Coweta Development Authority or the city development authority?
No, I mean, the growth park, that was part of Tiffin Inland, and their, Four Star, we called something else. They're in the market to try to entitle that property and turn it right. And it's a great location. The one right there on 85 has interstate frontage. You can see pretty close to the bridge. But, yeah, this is all private ownership. If you want to call it temporary private.
How much of that site?
It's up there. It's a big site, and it's a fair amount of could be there's a channel in there that I think the preliminary planning on that has something like 10 meters, but you could probably make fewer buildings and large footprint. I want to thank all y'all for showing up for the information, and now we're ready for our photograph of the ton. So,
Thanks for having us.
You're welcome. Snow cones available. Help yourself. Restrooms available. Help yourselves. And we thank Fraser's for sponsoring this.
Thank you.
Thank you.